This is Ouch My Wallet, hosted by Robert Simmons, a production of the TF Talk Network.
Hi, and welcome to Ouch My Wallet. So tonight, you notice we're starting a little bit later, and Robert is not here. Hey, Paul. So tonight I have the weird strips because there's only three of us. So Paul, would you mind moving over just slightly so that you're in frame? There you go. Yeah. Jim, you're okay. Okay, yeah, move a little bit further over to the other way. I'm
Sweet.
sorry. I apologize that it's
No
this
problem.
weird way. So anyway, so tonight there's no Robert, and we're starting an hour later. Because we had stuff going on and whatnot. So you got me tonight for Ouch My Wallet, and I think we'll probably be a little bit shorter. We're trying to get Don on tonight, but then he was having Skype issues. So for the, I know some people are asking about where's Don at. We tried to get him on. Sorry guys, but
we saw him. He's alive.
Yeah. So, but yeah, he was having computer issues. So anyway, but tonight with me, I've got Paul over here.
Hello.
And then we got Jim.
What?
What's up, Jim?
Hi.
Hey. So yeah, I guess here, let me plug my other camera in so it doesn't look this weird. Give me a second.
Camera one, camera two.
Yeah, you get another camera so that. Yeah, the aspect ratio is just odd. There we go. So.
Is this live?
I'm a little
right
lopsided.
Now?
So.
What's that?
I'm a little lopsided. That's heredity.
This is how we like to do it here on TFLP. Is that all right? So now we no longer have the weird stuff. So we just have two cameras.
Are we live on Facebook or YouTube?
We're on YouTube right now. We should be. I think we have a couple people watching. So.
I want to see what we look like. But anyways.
Yeah. Check us out on YouTube. So. So I guess without further ado, who wants to go first? Jim, you want to start us off?
Well, for Ouch My Wallet, I didn't actually buy anything new per se, but I was able to replace a vintage item that I had with a better one. I ran into, for $20, a standard T4 unbroken, unchipped Optimus Prime trailer. Everything works. Stickers are amazing.
What does T4 mean?
It is a stamping here in the little trailer hitch circle. There are several different variations, remolds, recolors of the Optimus trailer. And actually Optimus himself over the years. T4 is, from what I can tell, looking online, seems to be the most common, standard, normal, unfancy trailer. But $20, trailer, not broken. Sounds like a win to me. So as it sits now, all I need is a left fist, because I'm using a Trailbreaker fist as kind of a filler. The little gas handle. I've got the pump. I just need a little nozzle. And 2 more missiles. Yeah.
So you can buy that Walmart, trailerless Optimus, and you're in fucking green pastures.
Oh no, I already had this Optimus before the reissue. It's got blue smokestacks and blue gas cans. And kinds of chromeware. The trailer's pretty. But yeah.
Nice.
So I have a spare trailer now, missing a door, and I'm probably gonna just put it with the reissue or something. I don't know. But yeah, $20. Huh? That's cheaper than most deluxes after tax.
That's true. It's always good to see a vintage Prime trailer, or a whole Optimus Prime come together.
Here's the kicker. I got it off a friend of mine. He finds stuff all the time. I found a Cybertron Primus from him. All kinds of odds and ends. He's old comics, some GoBots. This dude found this trailer apparently at one of the Goodwill outlets here in town, and I'm not inclined to believe that. But he's found some crazy stuff before, so I mean, I don't know. The most I found at a place like Goodwill or Goodwill Outlet, I found a G1 scrapper, or no, scavenger with a shovel arm. Yeah, scavenger that was unbroken, and a single small yellow Omega Supreme clip. So usually what I find is like Bayformers or stuff, and they're all broken and missing stuff. But he evidently has better luck than me. Even so, $20 win.
Yeah, totally.
I'm happy.
Yeah, see, I never find that good stuff, at flea markets or garage sales or whatever. So it's nice to actually find something like that.
I know, right? I've been kind of fidgeting with it. For like the past.
I was gonna say the Walmart stuff. I don't know if you guys have gotten any of those, but have you gotten them? And if you have you actually opened them?
Yes and yes. With the exception of I've been in kind of a spot the past couple of months due to some personal family medical things going on, so I haven't actually been able to afford Soundwave or the cassettes that are out currently, or what's the Hasbro Pulse pack with the Japanese Dino cassettes. I haven't got those either. But I've got Optimus, Hot Rod, Devastator, Starscream, and the first 4 Minibots. Gears and Warpath never showed up here in Indy that I saw. Never. I've seen, Outback, Swerve, all the others. But the Wave 2 mini cars never showed up. So I'm inclined to believe they don't exist.
Well, I'm sorry to tell you that they clearanced out in Illinois.
Yeah, that's what I figured. Probably a distribution thing.
Yeah. Well, I was so mad with those whenever they first showed up. Like, I actually saw them, like, right as they came out. My Walmart put them up, but they didn't have them in the system yet. And so I went up to buy them, and they're like, oh, sorry, we can't sell it to you because we can't figure out what to charge you. And I'm like, come on, man. Like, it's back on the shelf. Like, it's whatever it is, $9 or $10. So I don't know.
I wonder what they would do if you stood there and asked for the general manager and asked if while you stood there, they could stand there and scan them into the system while you wait.
They won't do that, but if you just tell them like a reasonable price, they're usually just like, sure, fuck, get out of here. Which is what I did when I scanned Gears and Warpath when I found them. Because the same thing happened to me when I found those two at a random Walmart one day, and I think I got them for like $5 a piece, like just because that was what.
Yeah.
I actually didn't know. I was just like, I think they're $5. He's like, okay, let me take them. That was great.
Well, and Walmart actually isn't bad about that kind of stuff. Like, usually they're just like, all right, fine, like, we'll just sell it to you. We don't care. Target, man, like, their new toy stuff it's so annoying. And it's just frustrating because it's like, I really don't care, like, a lot of times, I'm not going to Target trying to get them to get stuff out of the back or whatever myself. But if they have it on the freaking shelf and I have no idea and I like think I'm getting this, I walk all the way up to the front to buy it and they're like, "Oh no, sorry, you can't, you can't buy it until whatever date." I don't know. It annoys me.
So I had that. So I had that problem with Thundercracker like 2 days ago or whatever. They wouldn't sell me a Siege Thundercracker, and so I tried to work my little magic, and I took a Megatron up there to scan that. I scanned the Megatron, and that was street dated. Voyager Megatron was street dated, which
it's because it's in the same. It's in the same pack or whatever. Like it's.
But
Wave 4.
Barcode is old.
Yeah.
So it's really weird. It's just I haven't seen this happen before.
Yeah.
Like
unless it was some kind of running change or something, it would have the same SKU as they have.
I would like to. I should have. Next time I get a chance, I'm going to look at the original Wave barcode and see if they changed it for the new barcode for the new Wave, which seems insane because they would never do that.
You might check. You might check Brickseek.
Sure, that's what I would do next time I get the chance. But when Shockwave and the Cybertron Prime came out, you couldn't buy the Cybertron Prime, but you could buy Shockwave. So you could scan Shockwave, take out Prime. So it's just a really weird nuance in a really weird situation.
So, someone online was saying that they couldn't buy a Soundwave, which is really weird because, like, that's not even in this Wave. Like, I think aren't the Wave 4 cases Thundercracker and Megatron?
Well, yeah, but my guess is that instead of doing the barcode, they must have like flagged the Voyager Siege DPCI, which covers all that size class, which means you can't buy Springer or Starscream or Optimus if you find it, which would be ludicrous.
This is insane.
Just because no one pays attention to this stuff the way we do as consumers. So.
Right.
But they will definitely, when it's street dated, they will definitely not sell it to you, no matter what.
And the funny,
get in trouble.
I was gonna say that the funny thing about that too is like those toys will probably end up going on clearance because all these people want to buy it, they can't buy it, and then by the time they lift the ban or whatever, they'll be like, "Oh, sorry, I've already got somewhere else."
Well, it's only till next week. Next Monday next Sunday is the date, so it's not a big deal. It's not like when Cybertron Leader Prime was out, it was like a month later, and you'd find it on a shelf.
Right.
It's like, guys, come on. But whatever.
Yeah, no, that happened to me, and I was like, you guys are seriously going to go put this back in the back for 2 months? And they're like, yep, that's what we're going to do. It's like, all right, whatever.
Bullshit. They put it back out on the shelf.
Right.
Because I did that. I went to a store. And the next morning at 8, I went back when it opened because I'm like, they're putting this back on the shelf. And they did. So then I scanned a Shockwave and I took the Prime because I'm like, you guys are stupid.
Right.
So eat it, Target. I'm under your game.
Okay. So, Jim, did you have anything else that you've gotten recently?
Nothing major. I found the last night Dragonstorm, the one with the handle, like you pull it and he changes for $5 at Goodwill like a month ago.
Nice.
Hey, that's the proper value for that toy, I would say.
Yeah.
So, all right, Paul, what did you get this week?
Another thing that should have been $5 but isn't. I found the Grimlock Cyberverse thing, which is
interesting.
He's like the Spark Armor Grimlock, which was it's the last. This is like Wave 2 of those guys. These are kind of like the Voyager price point for Cyberverse. So it's Grimlock, and he has a dump truck that becomes his armor, and he's actually got these big ass claws. It's kind of cool, but the thing is, it's all based on springs, and it's really hard to get it to stay, as you can see.
Reminds me a lot of Energon Landmine.
Yeah, it has a little bit of that vibe. But I'll tell you what, the Grimlock toy, and this goes with most of these Cyberverse figures, like this is not awful. It's not the greatest. Like he's kind of thin. Like look, he looks like that Fans Toys spoiler from the side.
It's totally Pretender Grimlock.
Yeah, it's kind of like Pretender Grimlock.
Yeah, that's what it looks like.
The way it transforms is kind of cool, though. Let's see if I can do it really quick. Like see how right here you can see from his chest, the bottom part of the mouth shows up in the little Tyrannosaurus arms, but the legs fold out in such a way that it makes the top of his mouth, and it's kind of crazy. Like, see, I'm just quickly doing this. So see, he's like, "Rawr."
Huh.
I don't know. It's kind of
interesting. I've never seen that in a Grimlock. That's kind of an interesting way to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, the Cyberverse designs are not all garbage. They're just mostly garbage.
I actually think so Wave 1, like the first line, first year, was absolute garbage. Like all of it.
A lot of bad stuff.
But I mean, there's a couple figures that weren't total garbage, but they weren't great. The new stuff that's coming out actually is not bad. My favorite stuff has been the deluxe price point, like the $15 one. So the ones where it's like Starscream, Prowl, and those. I'm trying to think who else is in that wave or whatever. But
Skybite, Jetfire, Shockwave, Ratchet.
And but the ones where they have little armor that goes on, so it's almost like they have the little like weaponizers that come with the siege figures or whatever, but you get it in the pack for $15. So I actually think that $15 one is a pretty good price point. I'm like the $25 ones like you're showing off. Like I have the Cheetor one, and I don't think it's that great. It's okay.
Yeah, the only reason you get that is if you're really into Cheetor. You know, and even the boat is the same boat that came with Bumblebee. I mean, I only get these because I collect Grimlock, I collect Megatron. That's why I get them. So here, this FYI, here's the dump truck, which kind of looks like the animated Wreck-Gar slightly.
Yeah. I can't help but notice that the dump truck is complementary to Grimlock, as it uses all the different colors that Grimlock has been over the years. The Age of Extinction, he was like orange or gold or whatever. And then Robots in Disguise, both times he was green, both the Excavator and the T-Rex.
Yeah, I think the orange is a little bit out of character, but yeah, I could see that connection. I mean, I don't really think that's what they're going for with these. They're just trying to make something completely wildly different. And it's for kids, so they want the colors to be really poppy and wild.
I'm just saying, though, with all these different Grimlocks that have been released over the past few years, why have none of them been blue? What do we have to do to get a blue Grimlock?
We just, the BotCon will take care of it. That's it. I mean, this is the thing I picked up today, and I thought it was worth. I just know it's like the hard to find item right now for Cyberverse. So I was really shocked I kind of saw it at the back of the pile. Huh. Like you wouldn't. I usually wouldn't look, but I just happened to look, and I'm like, oh my god, it's Grimlock! Crazy! So I bought.
Is Grimlock short pack then?
No, he's just like Wave 2, and not a lot of it's kind of like random how it gets dispersed. Kind of like the Ratchet and the Shockwave from the price point you were talking about, Lucas. That's also pretty. If you see them, it's like notable. It's worth grabbing if you see them.
That's cool.
That's it. Cyberverse. It's not so bad. That's my tagline.
Hasbro's new, tagline or whatever for Cyberverse. So, somebody in the chat was asking what our favorite Siege figures are. So I went ahead and tossed up potentially mine, which is the Jetfire. So I don't know if you guys have a favorite Siege figure.
Go ahead, Jim. Let me think.
Yeah, I've not got too awful much from Siege. My primary focus had been the Studio Series. As far as Siege goes, though, I have the first wave of weapons. I've got the what was it? Was it Trigger Happy? No, I'm sorry. No, I can't think of it. The Decepticon one, Firebolt, and Lionizer. Let's see, Deluxes. Luxes I picked up Cog and Duocon. Help me out here. Flywheels.
Oh yeah.
Or Skytread, whatever they call it. And then for my birthday back in August, I got both Chromia and Brunt. And overall, they're not bad. I'm kind of digging the weaponizers to a point, but some of them feel a little bit limited. Brunt, I didn't feel was as diverse as, say, Cog and connectivity. But the ability to attach them to like Chromia and all that was actually pretty cool. Overall, out of all of them, I'd have to say Chromia. Except her crotch.
Yeah.
Sorry, her panties keep falling off.
Yeah.
I move her leg, falls off. I turn her head, it falls off.
And it's not any better on the on this one too, on the Nightbird. It falls off on it too. So it's frustrating.
Yeah, I mean, I was a fan of the Power of the Primes fembots anyway. You know, and the fact that they were able to slightly downscale that overall design and then improve upon it. You know, I love it. Plus the guns, I'm digging her guns. Pretty cool guns.
So Paul, what's your favorite one?
I mean, this is now that I've been posed with the question, it's really tough because I think these are like some of the best Transformer toys we've ever had, and plus they're not all out yet. Man, I want to just say like I think all the Voyagers are a slam dunk, except maybe Megatron is the weakest of them all.
Yeah.
I'll let him hear you say that.
But God, I want to say Optimus because I think that's just such a good Optimus toy. But then I'm like,
Cybertron.
What? There's only one. Oh, the Voyagers. I'm talking about the Voyagers. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
So there's only one Voyager Optimus Prime, and then I think Soundwave was really good.
Oh, Cybertron's a leader class. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
And then I think
like, you get confused because it's the size of a Voyager.
Yeah, I know.
And then the Seekers are actually way better than they look. Like when you actually get them in hand, they're like, holy crap, this is they're just like fully functioning action figures, all of them, with the ability to transform into something completely different. So
I've not picked up any of the Seekers from Siege yet at all. Not sure if I will, but if I do, I'm kind of wanting to get one of them just to see if I could, put the Tetrajet and make it like Fort Max's head. What video game was that? It was Silent Hill, wasn't it? Had like the pyramid head thing.
Yeah, I'm not sure that's going to work.
You don't think so?
No, probably not. So I guess I would go with Optimus. I think it's just a great toy, and I can't believe that we're making a new one in the next.
I know. Well,
next toy line.
That's the crazy thing is that we probably get one of the best Optimus Primes we've ever gotten, right? And then a year later, we're getting an even better one. It's
right after MP44 too. I'm just like, what?
Oh, it's not just that. We get Siege Optimus. And then we get a redeco of Siege Optimus with the animated streaks. Then we get a remold.
Yeah, my cel-shaded Optimus is supposed to be coming here pretty soon.
Should be here tomorrow, really, right?
It says tomorrow, but it hasn't shipped yet. So
I know Walmart. Like, what's Walmart doing?
Right.
I don't know. I think a lot of the toys are good. It's really hard to have a favorite, and I agree, Jetfire is incredible. It's just such an amazing toy.
A lot of people have been finding them for clearance prices. Like as soon as the Walmart gets it in stock, it's already clearance to like half price.
Yeah, that's weird.
I think that was a faux pas, as reported in TF Talk Weekly. But because I went to, I saw Jetfire on the shelf at the Walmart by the closest Walmart to me the other day, and it rang up as $80. So that was like a 1 week whoopsie.
Yeah.
So hey, Paul, can you also show off your other special seeker that you got? That looks like. Do you have that handy or no?
I'd have to run downstairs. You have to give me like 60 seconds to go get it. I will. I showed it last week though. You're talking about the other, like the one that goes with the toy I just showed.
Right. Yeah. Exactly. So yeah, so Paul like took apart. How many seekers does that?
I'll just do it. I'll just go get it.
Okay.
Go for it.
Yeah. So Paul took apart like multiple seekers. I think the Sunstorm, I'm trying to think. He'll probably tell us whenever he comes. So, but so we also had another question in the chat about what our thoughts are on the Autobot shuttle being included with Unicron. And I actually think it's really cool. I mean, throw as much stuff as you can in with that Unicron. I really hope. So they showed a Galvatron off already, like a little mini one. I really hope that they do like a bunch of them. Like give me like 10 of these things, because it's like I kind of feel like if I'm spending $600 on this thing, like if it does get funded, it's like give me as much little extras as you can.
Yeah, no kidding. I would love just a fleet of the ships.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, a whole like fleet of the ships and absolutely.
That was almost 2 minutes.
Well, I apologize. My wife was like, "Oh, you're done?" I'm like,
like
That's what she said.
But I make it worth your while though, because I didn't just bring Grimscream.
What?
So who is this? Like, who's included in this, Paul?
Wow.
What toys made this
Yes.
exist?
That's
well,
fantastic.
So the yellow parts are from Nova Storm. The gray parts and the red pelvis is from Starscream. I removed the blue parts. I removed the blue paint from his legs because that's not in the comic panel.
You could have added red and green to the blue.
The cannon is clearly from Megatron.
Sure.
Nicely fits on his arm there. The feet and the arms are from, and the head is actually from Thundercracker. Because in the panel this guy shows up in, he's smiling, so I thought I needed the smiling face.
Yeah.
And then all the other parts, the back panel, there's some Starscream parts on the back here. And the wings and the, what do you want to call these? The intakes, those are from Skywarp.
Huh.
And it's not done, because what I really want to do is replace the thighs with Red Wing's thighs.
Oh, geez.
And the reason being is that the black... Okay, so Skywarp isn't really black. He's like this charcoal gray.
Right.
So I actually had the thighs as Skywarp's like charcoal thighs, and it just didn't really look right because the arms and the feet are like a jet black plastic.
Sure.
And Red Wing has that jet black thigh right there. And another... But I really... I'm having trouble right now cannibalizing a Red Wing because I just sold one for an obscene amount of money. So I don't want to, just do that.
I was going to say, this is quite an expensive custom here.
It really is.
Red Wing was Target exclusive, right?
Right.
Yes.
It seems like it was pretty limited too, right?
Well, it was confusing, is what it was. I believe it'll show up again before Christmas on Target.com.
And then it'll go on clearance?
Yeah, something like that. But you never know. You never know. Okay, so yeah, to make Grimscream required, cannibalizing a lot of parts, a lot of seekers.
Mhm.
And the most fun part now is that I found out what to do with the leftovers. And this is why I want to dismantle this is why I'm willing to dismantle the Red Wing for those thighs, is because I can make some really cool other seekers with them. First off, who's this one?
I don't know.
Doesn't work. It's
I'm
fucking
sorry.
Optimus Prime.
Oh, well, yeah.
Oh,
The real problem is
I
that
thought you were trying to say it was an actual seeker.
no. This is going to be like an Optimus Prime seeker, and what I need are the red wings from Red Wing.
Uh-huh.
The problem is that there are no red arms or shoulders, even though like Red Wing should have red arms, or he has like white shoulders and black arms. It's really weird. But this should look pretty cool when I'm done with it. And as you can see, I painted the pelvis yellow, so it kind of looks like Optimus.
well, what you do is grab blue arms. That way, it'd be more like movie Optimus.
But I don't want to do that, Jim. Why would I do that? I want G1 Optimus.
Because it would be easier.
Oh,
Or you could just paint it.
yeah, I could
But
paint
where's the
it.
fun
Like
in that?
I know when you paint it, you're cheating.
Well, if you paint it, then why did you just assemble it in the first place?
Right, because
You know,
right, you can just paint over whatever.
right.
This is part swap. I feel like we're going on
Seriously.
about this a lot longer than we should, but I figure I went all the way downstairs, so here we are.
Right, exactly.
So what else
All
do I do with
He
all
went
those?
down the rabbit hole. He's bringing us.
I'm
with
not
him.
done.
Oh.
Who's this guy? And this looks a lot better when I have MP45
Are we
standing
going
next to
Bumblebee here?
Streaker.
Bumblebee.
Yeah.
So not
It actually, and so it's like this is where I took Skywarp's parts because he really matches the Bumblebee color. Awesome. Like if you put MP45 next to this guy, it's like almost perfect match, except for the chest, which I just put a gray chest on him because I'm already using the yellow chest on the
Right.
Grimlock.
I think that
But
was
I'm
good, though.
shocked. I'm getting 3 like full weird alternate seekers out of all these parts without having to double up. So it's kind of fun.
There you go.
I just got to find a cheap Red Wing. not happening.
That's all you gotta do. So, all right. Well, so for me, I decided as like, I'm just gonna start buying Siege and try to stick, not buy as much stuff anymore, right? But then, of course, unfortunately, we're getting an avalanche of Siege coming here. So starting off, I got a couple new guys in. So this is from Amazon. Was what's his name? Impactor. I wasn't really sure about this guy from pictures, just like the hollow legs, but this is a really fantastic figure. I really like for the deluxe price point. There's a lot of plastic here, and it's a lot bigger than what I was expecting. So it is. I really love the colors. And it's nice to get a new mold too, just because we've gotten so many repaints, just because of the end of the line and all the exclusives and whatnot. So it's nice to get a new mold.
Yeah, glad to hear you like that.
So I mean, the only thing that's going to be annoying is the fact that I'm going to get it again in that Amazon 3-pack.
Now,
that's coming out.
Now, there's differences between those two impactors, if I'm not mistaken. I know
Yes.
One's a Decepticon, one's an Autobot, but are they not also remolded to a degree?
No, they're not remolded at all. They're just repainted.
I was thinking the heads were different sculpts.
Oh, the heads are different. Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry, I thought that you meant like other things were remolded. But
maybe not the entire figure. I mean, I don't know. There might be different detailings on like the legs or something.
Yeah. The paint is different. Like there's on the Amazon figure, there's a little different paint. I think there's like some extra paint up on the shoulders, I believe. But yeah, no, it's a cool figure. I enjoy this, and I'd say that it's one to pick up. But I think like the head on this one, like, is just not as cool as like what the Amazon one is, like the Marvel head, I believe, or the IDW head. I can't remember which one.
Okay.
So anyway, so yep, so that's my my first guy, and then of course the Barricade, or as I like to call it, the black and purple smokescreen, because the head is. Let me shut his head off.
Yeah.
It's that's smokescreen's head.
Smokescreen
It
head.
obviously is, but it really reminds you of smokescreen. But yeah, it's the colors are really neat. Like, the purple looks really nice, and I think it's a cool reuse of the mold. So we've never had a Barricade in Classics, so.
For some reason, they were trying to keep Barricade secret for a while, like with the Case Wave assortment and stuff. I don't know what they were thinking with that.
Yeah, I don't know. That like people would be super excited, I guess. I don't know.
Well, he's a robot. He's in disguise.
Well, it's just funny because the toy line leaked way early on, and then they're like, "Oh, it's mystery figure." And you're like, "Well, that's the only one missing. It's fucking Barricade." But
right.
Man, what was I going to ask you? Oh, so when did you how long ago did you pre-order those on Amazon?
I think like right as they went up.
Was it like more than a month ago?
Yeah. It was like it was middle of July.
Wow.
Whenever they went up.
Yeah, it's just crazy. Amazon, seems to be getting a lot of stuff first these days. They had Thundercracker early.
Mm-hmm.
They had Jetfire and Omega and the Studio Series 44 Optimus early.
Well,
I just know because people I know got them, and I was like, how did you get that already? It's just Amazon's stepping it up.
Well,
apparently
Amazon's
Amazon
taking over
doesn't
the
care
planet.
about street. I was gonna say Amazon doesn't care about street dates. You know what I mean? It's not like that. If Hasbro tells them like, "Oh, you can't sell our stuff," like, sure, Amazon would be like, "Yeah, we don't care."
Well, they care about certain street dates, but like when it comes to, it's like it's in our warehouse, man. We're either gonna charge you for it being here, or we're gonna sell it. Which do you want?
Right.
Do you want to make $0 or have some profit? Like,
right. But yeah. So, and I don't know if the Mirage has shipped for anybody else, but I haven't gotten that one yet. So I'm excited to get that one too.
Some people have.
No, that's not the translucent blue one, right? That's the regular.
Just the regular one, yeah, is what I'm talking about. So they're getting both.
So it's the translucent blue one that's in the 3-pack.
Yes.
Okay. That's what I couldn't remember.
So, but yeah, so these are both definitely really cool figures. Like I enjoy the the Datsun mold, whatever that they have for Siege. It's nice. So, and then so I have one last slightly large thing that I got. My buddy over here.
My buddy and me.
Yeah. So I know Sean had shown his off. We did a live unboxing with Sean's like a couple weeks ago. But yeah, no, I got mine from Chosen Prime, and they got their assortment in, and so I got my guy the other day. So, and I'll say that just handling this, the quality on this figure seems so much better than this is by far the best Titan, like as far as quality wise. So the legs are nice, and the ratchets are nice and strong, but they're not going to break. It just feels more solid. So I mean, it's shorter, and I know people complain about all this stuff being smaller for Siege, but it just feels a lot more solid.
It's still bigger than Devastator.
Yes.
I mean, Omega Supreme was never a city bot. He was simply a guardian robot. So,
right.
Not really a super fair comparison, I don't suppose.
So.
Yeah, I think he's going to be a valuable toy.
Mm-hmm.
You think so?
Yeah.
Not unlike Metroplex.
Yeah, he's not gonna go the way of the Predakings and the Trypticons of yesteryear.
Where do the Predakings go?
See, I feel like the way that they do, and I have honestly no idea, how many of each figure they make, but I feel like it almost alternates to where, they kind of don't have a great handle on what is going to sell and what's not. And so it's like when Devastator came out, I think that they made fewer of them, but then it's Devastator, so of course it's going to sell. So that thing was in high demand, and I kind of feel like with some of these guys too that I don't think Fort Max I don't know, it was so late in the G1 run. I think that a lot of people just don't care as much, but some of these core ones Omega was a season season 2, but it was it season 1 or season 2? I think it was early season 2, right?
Season 2. Sorry, yeah, 2.
But
well, imagine a world where they make the same amount of every Titan. So the only thing that changes is how much people want it.
Yeah.
And so the ones that sell out, and then the ones that don't, clearance. So that is also a possibility.
Yeah, that's true. It could be too. So yeah, I mean it's hard to say on these figures what they do, but I don't know.
I'm just surprised that with Metroplex and Devastator being in such high demand, why didn't they instead of doing another run, do a G2 or a Diaclone version of Devastator? That would have been people would have ate that up. But then again, if you remember, all the Combiner Wars G2 sets bombed.
Yeah.
Which is funny because now you can sell those for $200, and they were clearancing for $35 at the time. It's just I don't understand how that works.
The G2 really? They're worth that much? If it's sealed? Wow.
Yeah.
I want a Titan class Mr. Hardhat.
So, yeah, no, that's the crazy thing about really all of the Combiner Wars stuff. A lot of it really retained its value, and I think it's just because it was part. I think that Hasbro doing the trilogy thing actually it was a really good idea, because if you get in on the tail end of the trilogy, you want to collect the earlier stuff, and you can't get it because it came out 2 years ago.
Yeah.
So.
You want to know something funny about that Omega? Those Micromaster bases that we just got revealed this week. They are going to connect with Omega.
Yes.
Same with Astro Train, which has all those extra bits and whatnot for base mode. He's going to be able to connect with all that stuff. So another reason why Omega might have some legs on him from a sales perspective.
See, I think that's really cool too, because the Titans, in general, some of them have those connecting ramps and whatever, but then it's like Fort Max, it's okay, I guess you can combine the blaster or whatever with it, but it's I don't know. I think it would be cool if you can actually really connect all of the Titan bases eventually, once all this stuff comes out.
Agreed.
So,
absolutely.
Good pickup.
Yeah. No, I'm definitely excited about that. The one thing I do like in general about these guys is I can pick this up with one hand, right? And the DX9 Omega Supreme, I can not. It's definitely here, hold on, I'm doing some actual workout, trying to pick that thing up. But well, I guess I don't know. Do you guys have anything else to show off? That's all I got this week.
Not really.
I thought I was going to be quick until you made me get that Starscream. Sorry, everybody out there.
I'm sure people people don't mind. So, and I was going to say, I know some people are asking questions about, the Earthrise figures and Micromaster bases and all that kind of thing. And we are actually going to talk all about that on TFYLP this week. So tune in on Sunday at 11 o'clock and whatever questions you want to throw in the chat then. So we'll try and keep these questions here for that show as well. And then we'll try to answer that on TFYLP. But I'm very excited so far as what they've shown off already, and I just want to continue talking about that. But we'll touch on that on Sunday. So Sunday at noon Eastern, 11 o'clock Central, we'll be touching on that. So,
and if I had to make a guess, is that we'll see more of Wave 1 revealed at NYCC.
Absolutely.
We'll probably see that Starscream.
And that's tomorrow, right? I think the panel is at.
Is it?
It is.
Yeah. It's
October 3rd.
Yeah.
I'm anticipating since they're making the little bases into deluxe class figures now, and the figure is the base instead of the figure being in the base, I'm anticipating possibly a maybe deluxe Airwave, or possibly even the transports. Maybe we'll see Erector or Rough Stuff. Who knows?
I was also going
to
mention, for those who did not see it, that tomorrow afternoon, I think at 5 Eastern, Hasbro Pulse is putting up Wave 1 of the Earth. What are they calling it? Earth Rising?
Earthrise.
Earthrise. Yeah.
It's named after the photograph that was taken by the astronauts on the moon of the Earth. So I don't know. It's a pretty famous photo.
It's named after a band in Minneapolis. Look them up.
So heads up to for that, and then also there's 2 exclusive Siege figures as well. So Chromar is, and we don't know when that's going up, but Chromar is going to be going up, and Hotshot both. So if you're looking for those figures, make sure and watch out tomorrow. I don't know if it's going to be at the same time as the other figures, or if those 2 exclusives will go up earlier in the day. But
those are going to be Chromar and Hotshot are Entertainment Earth.
Right.
So they're probably unrelated to what Hasbro's doing. They'll probably they might even be up like today. Who knows?
Well,
I haven't seen it. Maybe.
The last Entertainment Earth exclusives for San Diego Comic-Con was available on Pulse, though. So I don't know.
That's right. That's right. Yeah. They were.
I don't know if this one will be, but those were. So, something to watch out. But as soon as we know any of this information, we'll be posting it up on the tftalk.net Facebook page, and then also on the webpage. So watch out for that. And we'll let you guys know and post links as we get them. So with that, I think that's all we got for tonight. So check us out, and then there's going to be a new Cut the Tape on Friday as well from Rick. So anyway, all right. Well, I guess that's it. You guys have any final thoughts or anything like that you want to throw in? Or?
There's already pre-orders up. Look them up.
I don't know. Just transform and roll out.
There you go. Woo! All right. Night.